I'm reading from the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 11. And they overcame by him, by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of the testimony. And they loved it not their lives unto the death. The presence of Jesus took my soul out of my body while I was asleep and took me somewhere in downtown Mexico. We seen a big crowd standing in a circle watching a man, his wife, and kids getting ready to be executed by the members of the drug cartel in broad daylight. Jesus told me after the drug cartel member became a born-again Christian, he left his demon god named Santa Muerte in the drug cartel to follow Jesus Christ. His wife and kids became Christians. They belonged to an underground church in town that truly preached the gospel of Jesus Christ. One day, the demon of Santa Muerte appears as a man to the leader of the drug cartel to warn him the certain member and his family became Christians. The demon wanted them dead. Then he disappeared. The leader of the drug cartel is furious. He called the police to have them arrested, put in jail, to be beaten and tortured by the cops, trying to force him to give the cops the name of the person that convinced him and his family to give their lives to Jesus Christ, the name and the location of the church they belong to, the names of the pastor and the members of the church, so the cops and the cartel can kill them, but they refuse to talk to them. Moments later, the members of the drug cartel went inside of the jail to take the man and his family, to put them into a white van to drive them downtown to be executed. The cartel member told him, "If you tell us what we need to know, we will give you and your family mercy with a quick, painless death. But if you refuse, you and your family will have a slow, painful death." But he told him, "We will not betray Jesus Christ. I will not tell you anything." When they arrived at their destination, the cartel members took them out of the van and told the Christian man's wife and children to get on their knees. And when they did, the cartel members used their gas cans to pour gasoline on them and threw the lighted match and set them on fire. They were screaming in agony and pain until they took their last breath. Their dead bodies burnt to a crisp. A certain cartel member is holding a machete, made a Christian man to get on his knees. Then he was hacked into pieces and poured gasoline on him and set him on fire. Moments later, the Christian man died. Then all of a sudden, the presence of Jesus convicted the cartel member for killing the Christian. He felt so bad, he's crying to Jesus to forgive him for what he did. He promised Jesus that he will turn his back on the demon Santa Muerte and his drug cartel to follow Jesus for the rest of his life. Then Jesus forgave him of all his sins. The new Christian told the cartel members that he just gave his life to Jesus Christ and would not worship Santa Muerte and would leave the drug cartel. They became furious. They tied him up and put him into a van. They drove to an old house in the middle of nowhere. They forced him into a metal 100-gallon drum. They poured toxic chemicals on him until it filled up to his neck, closed the lid, and welded it shut so he couldn't escape. The new Christian died a slow, painful death. The next day, the cartel members opened the metal gallon drum. The Christian man is human soup.